We have seen one estimate that says it would cost $88 billion to deport 1 million people a year.
I don't know if that's accurate or not.
Is that what American taxpayers should expect?
What price do you put on national security? Is it worth it?
Is there a way to carry out mass deportation without separating families?
Of course there is. Families can be deported together.
How many people would be deported?
You can't answer that question.
Why not?
How many officers do I have?
Is there a written plan on this?
Not that I know of.
If there's no memo, if there's no plan, is this fully baked?
We've done it before.
But not a deportation of this scale.
ICE is very good at these operations. This is what they do.
The United States is now an occupied country, but it will soon be an occupied country no longer. Not going to be happening. Not going to be happening. November 5th, 2024, 9 days from now, will be Liberation Day in America. It's going to be Liberation Day. On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out. I will rescue every city and town that has been invaded and conquered, and we will put these vicious and bloodthirsty criminals in jail. We're going to kick them the hell out of our country as fast as possible. And to expedite removals of Tren de Aragua and other savage gangs like MS-13, which is equally vicious, I will invoke the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. Think of that. That's how far back. That's when they had law and order. They had some tough ones. Think of it, the Alien Enemies Act of 1798. You hear that, Mr. Speaker? Get ready. To target and dismantle every migrant criminal network operating on American soil. And there are lots of them.
Breaking news, the mayor just announced that the city will no longer issue vouchers to migrants to pay for food, ending a controversial program that had repeatedly come under attack by conservatives and others.
This pilot program in New York City, drenched in both humanity and controversy, distributed debit cards to migrant families staying in city-funded hotels and allowing them to buy their own food. Eyewitness News reporter Josh Einiger following the breaking news for us. Josh?
Well, Bill, it's a program that, as you say, generated plenty of controversy, but now its absence may raise even more questions. The so-called Immediate Response Cards pilot program was designed to help feed migrant families who'd found themselves in New York with no way to afford food. The one-year contract provided what the city described as culturally relevant food to 2,600 migrant families, allowing them to basically buy what they wanted. A family of four with two kids under 5 got about $350 per week to cover food in a program the city said would actually save taxpayers millions a year. It also reduced food waste. You may remember the food the city had been providing in migrant shelters was seen as not culturally sensitive to the needs of some migrant groups, and it ended up just going to waste. For more than a year, the city was groaning under the weight of more than 200,000 asylum seekers. Officials say the migrant population has actually reduced lately. In fact, a massive shelter on Roosevelt Island is in the process of closing. In the meantime, Mayor Adams spoke on the phone yesterday with President-elect Donald Trump, who had vowed during his campaign to mass deport migrants. Aside from congratulating him on his win, though, Adams today would not say what they decided.
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem Yahushua, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash. Tabanis, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to all the brothers and a few sisters out there. Unto his life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Not only our brothers are edified through the spirit, and brothers have been, sending information, as you can clearly see in the two videos. One out here in New York City, Mayor Eric Adams is cutting off all the illegal migrants, their finances that they've been receiving. They're going to cancel that shit quick. All right. You had that factor. We also have the fact of what you read this post right here, that he plans to completely kill off this whole war with Ukraine. Okay, he planned to just dead it. And it says President-elect Donald Trump team is allegedly drafting a proposal to end ongoing war in Ukraine. Allegedly, the plan includes significant condition: Ukraine should give up its NATO membership aspiration for as at least 20 years, and freezing of the current front lines, an establishment of demilitarized zone between Russia-held territory and Ukraine. And what was the other one? Putin. Russian President Putin confirms his readiness to begin to negotiate his negotiation with the U.S. President-elect Donald Trump. That was the other one. Iran currency fell to any all-time. So sorry, not any. To end all-time low as Donald Trump won. It says and there's another one, birthright citizenship for illegals to be taken away. So all this is coming out of the woodworks. Today was January. It was January, November. Sorry. Okay, 7th. So he got elected. He won the election. And now all these things are taking place. And what does this mean? Which it kind of makes sense. If you're going to do something, you got to do something big. You got to make a difference. This is why when both of them, Biden and himself, got into office, Alex Jones, dumbass, when day one, executive orders, cancel a lot of shit. Remember Biden, first thing he did that day, the border, he took down the border. He signed a bill to protect those transformers and all this other shit. Biden, before he got rid of Trump, when he came into office, he got rid of the Obamacare, day one, So he got to do some day one moves, show that he's serious, to show his constituents, the voters and so forth, that he's a serious man. But everything is taken in play because the focus, this got to do with everything with prophecy. Matter of fact, let me get to the prophecy. And I come to realization too, it's not going to be one event. All right? There's not going to be like one time this happens and then go, no. It's been coming like a start and stop gap. In other words, they start something, and then once you think that's the end, it goes back to normal. This is what the scripture says about, I say damn because it's another scripture I'm thinking of. I know the one, 2nd Ezra. Let me get that real quick. 2nd Ezra 16, 39, 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bring forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of the birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So you have, when a woman is having a child, when that water breaks is still in between pain and no pain, pain and no pain. So this is why when you read up, same chapter, it tells you, verse 21, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. Even then shall evils, and this is the key thing is, says, and even then, so simultaneously, shall evils grow upon the earth. So this whole back and forth period of time that's been taking place, you had a lot of wickedness that was taking place. All right, prime example. Always got to bring it up. That the alphabet soup, the woke soup, inflation. Now gas prices has went down dramatically, and everybody thinking, oh, it's solved. Or even when the inflation, all right, everything was increasing, but it came down a little bit because certain things, you got so normed to the fact of certain things that you think that you're in a good case. So this is exactly what's going on. This is the formula. So these are birth pains. So every time we hear, it sucks because we want to get the fuck out of here. But every time you hear some sort of peace is taking place, is it really peace? Brother sent on the chat, Hamas automatically they trying to find peace, a peace treaty. They afraid. All right, so he's gonna make, I believe he's gonna make an impact right away. Shit might not go sour, or it could, during these days until January 6th, it could go south, which we all want. Something's gonna happen, and when it happens, there's gonna be no turning back. Just like 9/11, just like 2020. There was no turning back after these things. First Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety. So you have to have these periods of when people feel in themselves that they're safe. And little testimonial. One of our family members decides to put all the family into one chat. And then when they put us all in one chat, this is a while back, all of a sudden just today get weird text stating, oh, since the election, things are kind of weird. They feel a certain way. And I'm looking at the text, I'm laughing, and I see other family members saying the same shit, like, oh, I couldn't sleep, or I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and I really want to text. I want to text back, like, what happened? But they're so in their feelings. They're so in their feelings that they don't see the stupidity, how stupid they look. All right. So for them, it's the end of the world. And for us, it's like, it's just a normal fucking day. Shit, it's too fucking normal. It's to the point where, like, yo, what's the action? But everything takes place in order. We cannot speed up prophecy, and we can't slow down prophecy. We just gotta go with the current, how things are going. So when it says, from when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. So this is what the stage that we're heading to. All right, this is the stage that we're heading to. We're heading to. It may look like a break period. There's gonna be a major difference. Shit, jobs may, you know what I'm saying? Things may look fucking good, but at the end of the day, prophecy will prevail. And when these prophecies prevail, without a shadow of a doubt, we will be at the end of it all. All right? Yahushua wants this. Yahushua wants this more than we do. And he's the Most High's firstborn, first begotten, his favorite. So he knows what he wants mostly, obviously. And we, the creatures on earth, the angels on earth, we're crying to the Lord every single day. To the Lord. For what? Deliverance. To be delivered. So this is a relationship that works two parties, two-party system. But the one that's in control, he wants it more. The scripture tells you that. Matter of fact, let me get this Isaiah. So I believe everything's going to be right accordingly. It's 42, Isaiah 42, I believe. Yep. It says, Isaiah 42:13, the Lord shall know. Yep. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. So the Lord, Yahushua, is holding his peace. He's holding his peace. People gotta have to understand the mind of the Lord. For some odd reason, we still here, right? But does it diminish? Does it diminish the judgment? Does it diminish us being delivered? Hell no. We working on the Lord's time, but He's been whole time holding His peace. He said, I've been still, refrained myself. Matter of fact, let's look what the word refrain. Hebrew word for refrain is apakwa. To hold, be strong, restrain. So he's restraining himself. He's holding his anger. All right? Force to compel oneself. So he's not going to go against Yahushua, the Most High's wishes. He's waiting. It says, now will I cry like a travailing woman. Yeah, that's the spirit too, right? And it says, now I will destroy and devour at once. What the spirit is always reflecting on birth pains, women in birth pains. So that's an excruciating pain to take place. So Jacob's troubles are right around the corner. That's why by them cutting off the migrants with this money and just pretty much just throwing them out there. And a lot of people, think about this, a lot of businesses, a lot of housing, right? Been relying on the migrants that came through, and the government's giving them amplify a lot of money. Now they didn't give them a chance. They just say, cut you off. And this is a sanctuary city, New York. So what the hell you think is going to happen? Crime is going to go up. They're going to be thrown out in the streets. It's been a warm winter thus far. I enjoy this shit, but it's been a warm winter. But when that warm turns to cold, and a lot of these men, men with family, men that survive things, a lot of these people are going to lose it. All right? Henceforth, a time that's never been before. And I got to say before, this is one of the main things that came in my mind through the Spirit. The migrants ain't going nowhere. They said they could say they're going to deport their ass. They're not going nowhere. You can't deport so many people and you're going to get them a plane ticket to go back to their country? No, that ain't happening. They putting their asses in concentration camps. They're going to massacre a lot of people. Everything that we heard early 2000, before 2010s and all that, when YouTube really started popping and people, all these so-called things was happening, it's going to happen for a reason. All right? Donald J. Trump, I'm just a man. I just speak as a man. This is what, through the Spirit, I believe. talking about he's gonna deport all these migrants. They're not going nowhere. They're gonna get rounded up and thrown into concentration camps. You're not gonna see them anymore unless you part of those concentration camps. All right, they're gonna have to. What's the word I'm looking for? They're gonna have to test things out before, like they did when you watch that film Panama Deception. They was telling about Apostle Gabar. He brought it up again. Good documentary, and it's pretty much the U.S. using high technology in Panama. And this high technology in Panama, it was against the citizens. Matter of fact, let me get that before I get this. All right. It says, Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and you that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So the devil's gonna come down with great wrath. And great wrath, he's gonna bring out his great technology. All right, it tells you in Ezekiel the 21st chapter, a sword is sharpened, a sharp sword. So they're gonna do what they want to do to these migrants, and what might trigger it even more. Like I said, I'm speaking as a man. For transvestite, transformer from a Muslim transformer from another country attempts to assassinate or do some harm in American soil. Now they're going to be justified to go after the quote-unquote migrants. We don't know how things going to play out. I'm just, like I said, I just speak as a man. But they definitely going to throw these people into concentration camps. They are coming. All right? And I was sitting there, and you listen to these people talking, crying about Trump being in office. This is what he's going to do. He's going to be a fascist. He's going to be this. I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute. This don't make no sense. Like, yeah, they right, but why would they allow them to believe that? Nah, he's gonna do something right. He's gonna do a lot of right shit. And then when the elites have it enough, when they can't move forward enough, then they're gonna get to the next phase. And that next phase is what? Using Americans as not as the victim, as the problem, right? That's why you had the National Defense Authorization Act, when they deemed whoever could be a terrorist. Second as is 16 and 68. For behold, a burning wrath of a great multitude kindle over you, and they shall take away certain of you, feed you being idle with things offered unto idol. So they're gonna go on a real estate. They're just gonna be grabbing people up. And you idiot Americans are gonna be like, yeah, get rid of these people. But where are they gonna go? Really? You're not gonna send everybody back to Mexico. You're not gonna do that. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna get rid of them, put their ass in a concentration camp, use these international military might get together and start attacking America. And then when it's all said and done, then he's gonna have the rights and the American people, because this is the same play of George W. Bush in the 2000. I remember clearly. Everybody named Mama thought he stole it. Like, yo, he stole the election. They did a recount, right? Then they said, nah, he never stole it. He won it. So, cool. But people still feeling a certain way about it. Then what happens? 9/11. Then everybody forgot about all this other extra shit. It was just pro-America. Well, guess what? The Democrats put everything in play so that way people can go against everything. So when this guy get back in power, he looks like a champion riding to save everything, which clearly, this is exactly what he's looking like. He's looking like a champion of the people. We finally get out these wars. The dollar could be respected. America can respect it. You know, you got women want to close their legs. So promiscuity, if I'm saying it right, is no longer be a factor. Women aren't gonna be whores no more. All of a sudden, problems are being solved when he comes into power. This is all bullshit. All right, this is all cover up. Okay. All of a sudden, Russia wants to. They don't want to ditch the dollar no more. They get the conglomerate of BRICS. Shit don't fucking make sense. Even Putin talking about they want to make a new world order together with America. This shit just don't add up. But it adds up perfectly when you set everything in motion. Apostle always said everything is a psyop. Everything, don't believe everything. Everything is a psyop. So they're going to come down having great wrath on the people. All right? And they're going to be justified because all these people that came across the border, they're going to be, whatchamacallit? They're going to be the cause of everything. And then it's going to boil down to the American citizens. The American citizens are going to be victimized because of all the things that's put in play. This is not checkers, this is chess. Everything's put in place. Everybody's happy. Not everybody's happy, Slakia. Over 70 million people are happy, while the other are not happy. All right? The effeminates, the women, they're not happy about this shit. But they're gonna come together because every war that America has done, because all these other wars are failures. Salakia for that, I'm just ranting, but all these American wars are failures. But the one common thing about these great wars, Pearl Harbor, 9/11, everybody was on a patriotic thing. So when it comes to it, they're gonna come together and say, do what you gotta do. Because these people are threatening our lives. It says, and they that consented unto them shall be had in derision. All these celebrities, all these people that set you people up for the biggest failure in world history are going to be put to death and trodden underfoot. But there shall be in every place, in the next cities, a great insurrection, those that fear the Lord. Which is going back to what? The premise of what I was going to get from the get-go. Jeremiah 30:5, it says, but thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, not of peace. Ask ye now, see whether a man doeth travail with child. The answer to that is no. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail. I mean, there's certain things I knew, but I just putting together sometimes is a spirit. Because what? Women bear children. Then they're going to be like, no, men don't bear children. But it's going to be so bad because what? Famine. And all faces are turned into paleness. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, even the time of Jacob's trouble. But he shall be saved out of it. And that's the key. That is the key. There's been a lot of Israelites that crossed that border. All right. All the tribes are here. Some of the elect and some are 2/3. They're all gonna be judged. Every person that's coming to America gonna be judged. And Donald Trump could be that judge. All right. He might not even make it that far. But they're going to use all that they have It's justified what they about to do to every single person. Why? Because of the guidance of safety. That's why. So they put everything. They had these people come over here. George Soros had these people come over here, give them this hope and dream, all right, to get out their fucked up situation, which America was responsible for. They finally get here. They get in the goods, the squattings, you know what I'm saying, all this other shit. It was promising for those little bit. Now they're about to bring down the hammer instantly. What is that gonna do to the local citizens out here? This local citizens are gonna be victimized. He's gonna empower ICE. Everything that you could think of is gonna be perfect. So this is why we gotta keep our eyes on everything. Put everything together. These are not random things. Everything's coming together. All right? Scripture tells you. Let me get that real quick. Habakkuk 2:3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time." So the vision, all these prophecies, was put for appointed times, key times. And all these things also, what is going to end up happening? Women are going to lose. And then women already, especially the black woman, she's already shown her true color. All right? She already showed us that she's the enemy. It's not a secret. She told the world she hates black men. She told the world she will do whatever it takes for her own selfish survival. This is why women are upset and they mad at men. To the point now, let me go back to this thing again. Oh, no, I don't have to get it back. Well, women said, well, there's one particular post. Let me see if I got that on deck. So when all the prophets saw this back then, it wasn't just scattered prophecies like how we think it is, like this separate events. These are all events that's happening in one. So when everybody say, oh, why are you saying this or doing that? Nah, these are all things that's happening in once. All right? Look at this shit. I want my daughter to have the right to abort, which I do not have. Look at this shit. This is fucking utterly ridiculous, but I don't think I have it on deck right away. Oh, yeah, that was funny. That was in Spanish. There's one. I hope Kamala continues to lock up black men and actually don't care about any of you. So, once again, these are the visions that the prophets saw. All these things are happening, bro. All things are like a spider web. I was watching something. They're all connected. All these things are connected. Jacob's trouble is connected with what? The RFID microchip. RFID microchip is connected to what? World War III. World War III outside of America is equal to what? Jacob's trouble in America. All right? Invasions, plagues, famine. All these things are intertwined with one another. Every last bit. Okay? For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end, we are what? We in the end times. We in the end of the world. We in the end of Esau's society. It shall speak. So it's no longer a conspiracy theory. It's reality. And guess what? Esau is going to make that reality real clear for everybody. And everybody's going to try to take a side and so forth. You already see people taking sides, who mad at people that voted for Trump, who didn't vote. All right. Everybody's taking a side. People are literally destroying families because of some stupid shit that has nothing to do with them. Because of women's rights to her own body, so to speak. So she's willing to destroy her current family. Think of the logic of that. You got people that here that don't even have family, but people that has families willing to destroy their family because the things of the world is telling them how to think. This shit is bugged the fuck out. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, which it took a long period of time, all these things to take place, and we key scriptures or key what's that what I'm looking for? Key prophecies are at play, right? And they're being revealed. It says, wait for it. And that's what we're doing. We're just sitting back, waiting for it. And we know the scriptures when they say peace and safety, which is all about, because it shall surely come, it will not tarry. So it's here. The prophecies are screaming, even in this period of time where there's seemingly like nothing happened. Now we thought it was gonna be a riot. We thought it was gonna be this. All is gonna be revealed in this time. So with that being said, shalom to the elect of the nations of Shalom.